The very last section of this pack is about negative feedback. So it's not necessarily about hormones in reproduction, but it's about homeostasis in general. And we just have to think about two hormones, one called thyroxine and one called adrenaline. Now, adrenaline is a hormone that is not controlled by negative feedback. So, adrenaline is released when a person believes there is danger. In a simple example, if a lion approached you, your adrenal glands would quickly release adrenaline hormones. Actually, just seeing the lion would cause the hypothalamus to directly stimulate the adrenal glands. The adrenal glands would release adrenaline. Adrenaline would move through the blood all around the body. It causes a faster heart rate. It dilates the pupils, so the pupils become wider, so we can see more easily. And it also begins the breakdown of glycogen to supply glucose. We call it the fight or the flight response. In a way, it's preparing the body to either fight or to run. When the danger passes, the levels of adrenaline go back down. So the idea of negative feedback is just that to maintain a stable conditions inside, that's homeostasis, we do that by reversing changes that move levels, for example, body temperature or blood glucose or concentration of the blood away from the optimum. So if those things move away from the optimum level, then your body responds by reversing that change. If it goes up, negative feedback means the body's going to make it come down again. That's all the idea of negative feedback is. That if a level moves away from the optimum, then the body takes action to bring it back down or back up towards the optimum again. Now there are 4 little examples for negative feedback. We've got our blood glucose concentration. We've also got how the kidney keeps the concentration of ions in the blood the same. And also kidney helps to keep levels of water in the body fluids the same. The kidney helps do that by the use of a hormone called ADH, which again we will see in a later unit. ADH is a hormone that is released by the pituitary gland, and it affects the volume of urine. And in that way, it controls how much water is kept in the body or how much water is released from the body. And there's another little example here. It's called the basal metabolic rate, and that is controlled by thyroxine hormone. Now, thyroxine hormone is produced by the thyroid gland that is in the neck. And the more thyroxine hormone released, the higher your basal metabolic rate. That's basically about the amount of respiration that is taking place while you rest. If you live in a very cold place, your basal metabolic rate is likely to be higher because your body is producing more heat to keep the body temperature correct. Thyroxine is also important in growth and development. During times of high growth and development, levels of thyroxine are higher. Thyroxine is controlled by negative feedback. Now, it's not likely we need to know all the detail in this slide, but we may have to look at a diagram and try and interpret the diagram and show why this diagram represents negative feedback. So in this example, if there is low thyroxine hormone, so low levels of thyroxine hormone cause the hypothalamus to release TRH. So TRH is released by the hypothalamus, and it stimulates the pituitary to release something called thyroid stimulating hormone. The thyroid stimulating hormone, see the green arrow here, travels through the blood and stimulates the thyroid gland to release more thyroxine. So levels of thyroxine go up again. That's negative feedback. On the other hand, if there are high levels of thyroxine hormone in the blood, well, high levels, they actually inhibit the hypothalamus from releasing this TRH hormone. So the TRH hormone does not stimulate the pituitary gland, so the pituitary gland does not release thyroid stimulating hormone. So the thyroid gland does not release any more thyroxine. So levels of thyroxine go down again. It's negative feedback because changes such as the increase in thyroxine hormone lead to action where the body reverses that change and brings the thyroxine levels back down. So remember to go to the VLE, go to the learning plan to see what activities you have to complete this week. Then go to the B5 section. We've got 3 packs. We're now on pack 14. The pack is there, but you've been set as an assignment in Teams. Remember, there's the slides, including those short videos within the slides. There's also a link here to a bite-sized video, which is good. And the videos within the slides are also here. And there's also a revision video. Remember, we've also got the textbook and revision guide there.